Yo, family and friends. Hey, y'all. I be trying to tell my pastor friends all the time, like, y'all have a whole situation where the church culture kind of pushes black men out and makes them not want to come. People don't believe me, man. So here's the thing. I'm about to go out here on the street and we're going to talk to some other black men. I'm about to head over here to the barbershop on MLK and we're going to try to beat up some of these college campuses and see what's going on. Talking to black men today about why they feel like a lot of black men don't feel welcome, don't feel comfortable, just don't make it a priority to come to church. All right, it's Queen LeTeris. I'm out here. Talk to y'all soon.
Ain't got nothing to do with what a man do in his bedroom with me and his wife. That's their personal business.
I know.
It is so good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Look, I need some advice.
Come on, go ahead.
I'm trying to tell these pastors. I'm trying to tell these pastors that they're creating environments where black men don't want to come to the church. Mm-hmm. And you talk to a lot of black men. Mm-hmm. My thing is, where do I go to talk to some black men about
why they don't go to church?
Why they don't go to church?
Do we have permission to film you?
Mm-hmm. You just any of the guys is on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll tell you. Because the preachers be identifying with weakness.
Yeah.
Finesse.
Oh my God.
One aspect they're talking about the guys being scam artists and not, but the spiritual people are finesse artists. Y'all don't have a secret card.
Yeah.
What's going on? Oh, you just. And so, the church is really like there's a lot of stuff going on in religion. Period.
Yeah.
Religion has become our number one handicap.
Yeah. Why you say that?
Because it divides us. Yeah. Yeah. It divides us as a people.
Yeah.
Because we feel like if you disagree with me religiously, then we don't have nothing in common.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, that's so stupid. So the religion in itself, it's just a principle.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, here's a line in the sand. We don't cross this line. That line is what you believe in.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
So it's keeping us disunified in terms of doing things for the community.
Yeah. Or I don't mess with them because they Muslim. I don't mess with them because they Christian. I don't mess with them because they're apostolic. I don't, all this stupid stuff, right? And it's all really the same thing. And so when the younger people who don't have no type of faith see that, like it's a church right here. These people don't even speak to us.
What?
You say praise the Lord. I'm Muslim and I say praise the Lord. They turn around and look at you.
And this is the thing, y'all been coexisting. You've had this store
5
for
years.
some years now, brother. And yeah, you've been very big ups too, by the way. Such a wealth of information and knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And
It's so beautiful with all this dirt in it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You trying to, you the police.
The whole thing of it is, I know a lot of people recognize that men are less active and less populated in the church. And I was asking you, why don't men go to church? And you were saying you don't go to church at all. You grew up Muslim, which is kind of different than, the Christian religion. In what ways do you perceive?
My way of perception is that we go by what guidelines say, opposed to men allowing themselves to implement what they want to implement. And I think our thing is more so submission to the will of God. That's what makes us Muslim.
Submission to the will of God.
Submission to the will of God. That don't make us Muslim because we say that's our religion. It makes us Muslim when you throw down your ways, throw down your beliefs, your desires, and you implement more so what the guidelines say. The guidelines are the books.
So you're looking at it in a way that it enriches your life because it gives you a new way to live.
That's the way of life, exactly.
Okay.
Opposed
Versus.
to mine. Right.
Gotcha. Oh,
the
man.
prophets being the best examples, but the books are the guides. So we take those, the best of speech, and we use the prophets as examples, the way that they live, because they seek God's pleasure.
Gotcha.
So that's my whole existence. See what I'm doing.
Do you see yourself in contrast to a lot of other black men in terms of a spiritual practice? Do you think that there are a lot of men that you see, do they have a strong spiritual practice or kind of like no?
I think most of us go by tradition opposed to setting ourselves into it. Whereas as an adolescent, we should be grounding ourselves in religion or some form of practice, some kind of spiritual practice. I think a lot do, but I think it has more to do with sustenance.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we get involved in what we see. The tradition plays a bigger part. It's like pretty much we're profound and we're grounded around our families, first and foremost, opposed to making our own aspects.
Do you think sometimes black men are turned on or maybe kind of turned off by the religion and tradition of
I
the
think it's
family?
more turned off because you have more outside the church than you in the church.
What you mean by that?
I think you have more outside of religion because most find ways to be combative, opposed to actually submitting.
Wow.
So I think if you got more, and that ratio is more against it and more than actually involved and implemented into their life, then it shows. The numbers speak. Numbers don't lie.
Yeah,
Right.
numbers don't lie.
They don't lie.
That's true. Well, thank you. So what was your name again?
My name is Rasul.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you, brother.
No
All
problem.
right.
Yes, ma'am.
God bless you.
Glad I can help.
Yes. So, as you can see, we're strolling down Martin Luther King in downtown Atlanta getting serious, real, authentic feedback on why men don't go to church. Black men and others that will not tell the pastor, this is the reason why I don't come. You know what I'm saying?
You go to church, Reggie?
I do.
I used to.
Oh, you used to?
Yeah, a church I really liked. I used to go to.
You used to. What was the reason why you stopped it by my ass?
Well, they moved, unfortunately. That church moved, and that's the reason why I stopped. But I really did enjoy going.
So what is it that made you feel welcomed and pull you into the congregation?
I like the fact that the church was non-judgmental. I like the fact that it was just very open and welcoming. Yeah, those are things that I liked about it.
Good. Oh, thank you so much. Did you ever go to a church experience where you saw the men were lacking in attendance, where there was a huge gap between male attendance versus female
The
attendance?
church I went to, no, it was a nice representation of men, women, children. Yeah.
Well, that's good. You know, you make me want to ask what church this is, but that's good. That is very rare. What about anybody else? Does anybody else want to answer the question in terms of what you have recognized in church? Please.
I would love to.
Bam.
There's an issue that's been a pastor brought up to address. Some male sexual proclivity don't allow them the space to feel like they get fair membership to that church.
Wow.
Yeah. So it either changed them to find another leader that maybe have a little more flexibility or less traditional. But due to those issues, they felt that they can offer their tithes, they can offer their dues, but they don't have the same right to the membership as others.
Wow.
Due to that.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much. And you talk to a lot of men because clearly, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of men.
Yeah.
But this is not one side. It also came from those who are looking to bring some of the churches up to speed, maybe keep some of the traditional ways,
Right.
but allow the views and the opinions of their members to be heard in their community.
In their community. Oh, thank you so much. All right, I really appreciate y'all for your time. Whatever the situation is, but I just wanted to ask you, as a man, as a young man, how old are you?
19.
19. Have you ever gone to church?
Yeah, I have.
Do you go to church now?
No, man.
Thank you for being honest. And what is the reason why you think a lot of, say me your age, don't go to church?
Ooh, I can't speak for other people because, I mean, it's a bunch of different reasons. To me, the whole concept of church didn't make sense. And that was before I was Muslim. So,
Okay, so you're Muslim now.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, so when did you make your transition in your faith?
I think I was maybe 16.
16. And what was it that made you say, you know what, this is going to be a little bit better for me? What was that?
It was just more believable. It made more sense for me logically because I'm a logical thinker. So like if it's scientifically or logically doesn't make sense, I just can't get with it, and I feel like that just fit me better as a person.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What was your name?
LJ.
All right, LJ, appreciate you, and thank you for continuing on your spiritual journey. All right. A lot of black men don't go to church.
Feel some cool. A lot of men don't feel the obligation.
What do you think? Because you talk to a lot of men, why do you think a lot of men, black men, your age, or maybe even older or younger, why don't they go to church?
Just laziness, I'd say. I think people don't like getting up. I would say it's laziness. People don't like getting up.
So you think if church was maybe at 1 o'clock, they would go?
Probably.
A couple later services ain't too bad, but it's like maybe it's just like some people get caught up in their own lives. They sometimes don't have enough time to like go to church. It happens. A lot of people sometimes find themselves with a free schedule, and then out of nowhere you can't do anything.
So church becomes kind of not a priority compared to the other things that you have to do?
I guess in a way, I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, some people.
What do you think?
I don't know. They probably don't feel like related in the church. Like maybe the message isn't geared towards them.
I hear you. What things do some people say? Like things that you've heard? Because people gonna say things to you that they gonna say around me. So what things have you heard other black men say about church that I would never be privy to?
I can only speak from personal experience because like a lot of black men our age don't really talk about church, but like personally the message is like you can't relate to it because it's more geared towards like the older crowd of men that are in the church.
Okay. So they're not addressing any of the real world concerns of what you have to deal with day to day. What do you think?
I feel the same way.
Gotcha.
It's geared towards the older audience.
Feel you. So if they were talking about, say, what? You know what I mean? Just out the box. If they were really, like maybe money or relationships or dating.
What is it that you wish they would talk about more?
I wish they'd talk about more. Like, honestly, I'd say like just day-to-day life. Like, overall, like going around every day. Because, younger people were out more.
Yeah.
So...
What
honestly,
about like mental health and depression?
Yeah, like mental health, depression,
Money, relationships,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Everything.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. All of y'all are students at Clark, or y'all Morehouse, or where y'all?
Clark.
All y'all Clark. All right. Well, very nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Have a blessed one.
You guys too.